Hello, hello, party people. So, the big news in the ARPG world is that Diablo 4 Season 2 is coming out in less than a week, and on October 17th, 2023. Season 1 will end. I'm not sure if Season 2 is picking up right after that, but it should be that weekend at least. So, am I going to play Diablo 4 Season 2 in a game that was designed to have seasons? Am I going to play the next season? I still haven't fully decided if I am comfortable with vampires being in Diablo 4. Personally, that's just me personally. Like, it would be cool. Like, the enemies can transform into bats. They can, sort of drain your health from you. And in Season 2, there will be vampiric powers. Okay, anyway, well, at least they don't sparkle, right? As long as they don't sparkle, I guess. That's good. Yeah, I have a level 70 rogue and a level 70 necromancer, roughly. I can't survive in torment with either of those characters. Maybe the rogue for a little bit, but probably not in the long run. And I will say that the most fun and rewarding aspect for me of Diablo 4, especially the end game, are hell tides, and hell tides do not start until Nightmare, I believe. So, what is there left for me? If you look at my level 50 sorceress and level 50 barbarian, level 50 druid, I'm not confident I can even get to torment by beating the capstone. I think I would have to be around level 75, maybe even 80, just to be able to survive in torment. Because I don't do meta. I don't run builds that, I don't want to say survive, but make the end game so much easier. And not that many people will be able to relate to this, since I play both Genshin and Diablo 4, or at least I used to. Diablo 4 doesn't have a Zhongli. Diablo 4 doesn't have a Kazuha. Diablo 4 doesn't have a Raiden Shogun. It does not have a Nahida. There's a lot of powerful characters. You can even use a C0 or even an F2P account. If you have Z0 Zhongli, you're pretty much ahead of the game right there. But does Diablo 4 have that? Diablo 4 has that if you're willing to dump the number of hours that it will take to farm specific equipment. And me personally, I don't think a game should be like that. I think a game should be like, wherever you find it's usable. And there's, with builds, with the meta, the majority of what you find is going to help you. And I understand to the nature that is essentially what the item farming, the item finding of what an ARPG is about. But that doesn't mean I have to agree with it. That doesn't mean I have to follow it. And okay, so they're making some, they're converting Season 1 ladder into Eternal, so you'll be able to move your stuff over. So, I don't know, much to everyone else's dismay, hearts do not transfer. The malignant hearts do not transfer. They're just getting rid of them. Now, was that a wise choice? In terms of keeping Eternal Realm the purest, the closest to what Diablo 4 started off as, it has to be a competitive field, and with hearts, that doesn't make it competitive at all. There's only certain builds that benefit the most from certain hearts and certain meta, but I don't know, man. Like, it's the game is just not going in the direction I thought it would be going. I didn't realize this was going to be a game designed for seasons, for ladders. I don't know. I mean, like, the whole battle pass thing, that was cool and all, but I'm not gonna buy it every time. I don't think. Someone informed me that supposedly it's gonna be 40% easier to level, so that you can get to level 100 in one season. Will that apply to Eternal Realm? I assume. It's not gonna be really fair if the ladder characters can get to level 100 easily and the Eternal Realm characters can't. That's just my opinion, though. I mean, all these changes and, previews of what's gonna come in the next season, I mean, they're great and all. Do they fix the game, though? Well, you have to assume the game's broken if it needs fixing. I assume it needs polishing, and I don't see that happening without some major changes, like skills that are not too weak, about balancing issues, basically. And that's something Blizzard has always struggled with, was balancing the game. There would always be one specific build at the least that would just dominate all others, and what were you supposed to do after that? I don't know. I've rarely played a game as far as I have into, with the exception of Genshin. But like, you gotta figure that Genshin is releasing new content, what, every 4 or 6 weeks, something like that. And I don't know. Like, maybe it's not a fair comparison, Genshin to Diablo 4, but I know that I got Diablo 4, the Ultimate Edition, and I regret it. 100% I regret it. This is me based on my personal taste for what RPGs in general should be. The amount of rewards that I got from getting the Ultimate Edition do not suffice for the amount of money I spent for it. So I know we're talking about nickels and dimes here when it comes to games of the next generation, but I will dabble in season 2, but I don't think it's gonna retain my attention, because now I have to make a class. I have to make a double, because I already have 4 Eternal characters and the season 2 character that will go into Eternal. So there's 5 characters, 5 different classes, all that the game has to offer. So I have to make a double. My plan originally was go with the rogue and just go with a bow / crossbow kind of build, and just be a distance attacker. We'll see how that works out. I don't think it's gonna, but we'll see how that works out. Because otherwise, the only other options are what? Maybe another druid. Maybe what do you call it? Maybe a minion master necro. Barbarian can pretty much run anything at any point, because all you have to do is change weapons, in my opinion. Other than that, eventually I can make 2 new sorcerers, one for fire and one for frost, but do I really want to do that, though? I mean, don't get me wrong, the ladders and seasons have a lot of depth to them, but is it gonna retain my attention? I don't know. All right, we'll see. We'll see in less than a week. October 17th is when season 1 is planned to end, so I assume around the nighttime Eastern Standard Time of the season 1 ending and the moving to Eternal. I'll definitely be there for that, because I have a lot of shit that I want to transfer over, and I'm looking forward to that part, at least. Maybe there's more storage tabs. They mentioned there's supposed to be more storage tabs. Whether they're for specific things or not, I don't know. But there's supposed to be more. And that's supposed to be satisfying enough for certain players to come back or stay longer. I have no idea. All right. Well, we'll see you next week. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Take care of yourselves and each other.